Hi, my name is Brian Nelson, and this is an assignment for EED200 Elementary Education Earth Science. We are making an Earth Layers foldable project. So for this assignment, we'll initially need the handout that describes the items we will need and what we will be doing, the directions. We will also need markers, crayons, scissors, and blue construction paper. This is an assignment that could be used with multiple grades. It would be based on prior lessons discussing the various earth layers to include the crust, the mantle, the outer core, the inner core, and other components of the Earth's layers. This would be an assignment that we would probably do with initial direct instruction, and then we could also then move into areas of a guided instruction or an open inquiry learning for students, which could also then be used in collaborative or group work. So we have our first piece of blue construction paper. We have glue sticks, I forgot to mention that, or liquid glue. And we're going to glue the first piece onto our blue construction paper. This first piece here is the crust, comprised of the oceanic crust, the continental crust, and at this point then we at this point then we put our second piece of blue construction paper right over that. We can then take our stapler, staple along the edge. Need a stapler that's working, excuse me. We would then take our next layer, which is the lower mantle. The middle mantle. And we'll glue that onto the next piece of blue paper. Throughout this, we can use various pieces that we've cut out, or that I've pre-cut out to label. We have the crust, we have the oceanic crust, we also have the continental crust, which goes kind of right in here. We have the upper mantle, we also have the convection currents. So as this moves along, it will look similar to this. We then take our blue paper and we fold it up to the middle mantle area. And then we take our bottom piece of blue paper and we fold that up over the second piece of blue paper. And this would be a good activity if they were working in groups where students could decide where the different labels would go, what is correct, what is not correct, what those areas of the Earth's layers do, or how they're comprised of. We would take the mantle, for instance, which composition is high density rock. Its thickness is 2,886 kilometers, and the state of matter is solid. And this is the label then that we would put on to that. This then would go right underneath here, so the students could then access and look at the description for that. We then move to the outer core, and I've pre-colored these in for this assignment prior to doing it and cutting them out. And we can take our outer core description, which composition is metallic iron. The thickness is 2,260 kilometers, and the state of matter is liquid. That can then, you can pull the flap back, and that can go under for the outer core. We then can take our last piece of the Earth's layer, the inner core, and that will be placed approximately here. You can see here my folding isn't the best. It's not quite lining up. This would be typical, I would think, of students doing this same exercise, dependent on the grade level. Place our inner core label in there, which is comprised of iron and nickel. The thickness is 1,216 kilometers, and the state of matter is solid. While doing this, we would probably go a little slower than I'm actually going, labeling each piece as we go. Have the lower mantle here we're placing. Have the inner core sticker that we're placing. We have the asthenosphere, which is a part of the middle mantle that we place. And then we also have the lithosphere, that is a portion of the middle mantle and also part of the crust. We'll go under here. Oops. We also have the crust label. So there we have it. We have our Earth Layers foldable project. We can see this up close here. We have the inner core, outer core, middle mantle, and the crust with all the appropriate labels of the continental crust, the oceanic crust, the upper mantle, the asthenosphere, the convection currents here, lower mantle, and then as we pull back the different flaps, we can see the description of each part: the inner core, the outer core, and then on this last one, ripping this, sorry, we have the crust and the mantle. So that is the Earth Layers Foldable Project assignment. Thank you.